Hello and welcome to my build guide. I'm going to showcase you my flamethrower build. I'm going to go over the Zodiac tree, some gear that I got and what is good to get, and then I'm going to exit with a juiced tier 7 map, rare one, with plus 18 monster level. Let's just get straight into it. Starting on Zodiac tree 1, we're only going for the damage. For my flamethrower build, spell hit rating is dead stat. It doesn't do anything for this build since flamethrower hits everything. You don't need hit rating for it. The other one, fizz, that bad. You have the sentry, bad. For the second one, we have more damage. Keep in mind, hit rating, it's a dead stat. Only for the 10% damage. Usually you don't want to get for the 10% nodes, they're quite bad. You can get 15 elsewhere, but as we're in the trade 2, there's nothing else better to get. You have minion, you know, some HP mana. Like, if you're low on mana, I'd suggest you go this route and have bad mana regen. You might even want to spec over all the way over here. If you want more HP and more tankiness than damage, you can go this route. Armor, HP, and you get the 3% HP percent. It's quite good. For the tier 3, we're going for the potion. I think these nodes are very good actually. Because you have Fizz, bad, elemental damage, you have these spell hit node, they're dead stat, so they're wasted Zodiac points for us. However, you have both damage and elemental resist. If you're low on res, I'd suggest you go this route, even though it's a dead stat, but you get a lot of damage and you get the 3% HP node. This is very good, so you'll pick up these 5 with these 2. And we have this one, we're bad. Overthrow the 4th. We have more damage, dot, spell hit, keep in mind, dead stat, area of effects, some quality of life, some mana damage. If you want more damage, you can go dot instead. Fizz, bad. You have these nodes. The mana regen is quite good actually. We're not using HP regen, it's a dead stat for us right now. I'll get on to that later on. You can go block a spell if you want, if you're fine with mana regen. If you're not capped on res, I suggest you go this one instead of the armor. These are actually quite good nodes. You have 6% HP from here and 10% mana and some flat HP. These nodes are a trap. Do not go here. If you don't have your elemental cap, you can pick up one of the lower ones, but I would not do it. It's a waste of stats. The only thing is good here are these 2. Minion, sentry, dead stats. You have the 5th node, and we're going elemental, armor, HP. Elemental, these are quite good actually. Not too good, but they're decent. If you're low on res, go the elemental resist instead of the armor. HP, if you are very low or have very bad mana regen, I'd suggest you can pick up 3 of these instead of 2 of these if you're elemental capped, or vice versa. These are bad, it doesn't give enough. I think they're very bad. I'm not dug into it too much, but right now I think they're wasted points. I think you get a lot better. Quite bad. Dot rate, it's a bait. We do not benefit dot rate. Dot rate's only the chance of you applying your dots, but however the flamethrower has inherent like the ability itself is a dot. It does not benefit dot rate. You already have 100% dot rate. These are for applying burns, but flamethrower is not a burn or poison. We do not benefit this. All of these are bad. You have had the crowd control, maybe. No, these are bad. This is the wrong one I was thinking about. Bad. bad. Well, the crowd control dodge is really good actually. Maybe we'll switch around during bosses, void rifts or something that's heavy crowded, crowd controlled. Maybe you'll pick up 3 of these. Minion bad. Sentry damage, sentry bad. Yeah, this one I showed. We had the 6. You're gonna go with the lowest one. I went with cold resist, my lowest one. These are extremely good one. You pick up 3 of these, and these are huge, huge, really good ones. Sentry bad. By the way, on the tree you want to look for percentage on the HP, not flat. Dodge, we're not doing dodge. Block, it could be quite good. Maybe I'll check that out later. Looking to go this way then. Maybe HP on block. I do not need more spell block, I think. With mana recovery, I don't think so. We'll go this way then. Over here. Totem, no, just no. We have the minion, no. These are bad. Do not go over here. 10% damage, it's bad. You can get higher elsewhere. If you want more damage, do not go here. I'll show you later where you can get more. Yeah, Fizz bad. 7th one, we have more potion effects. So every time I potion, it's 5% HP. And I have a high HP pool. These are really good actually. We have 9% damage, like I said earlier. Everything under 15, it's very bad. Do not pick these up. Very bad. Neither this one. Hit is dead stat. Area damage, no. Minion sentry, no. You have these nodes are quite good actually. Like 3 nodes, flat HP. 9% damage is bad, I know. But you get the 5% HP, it's quite huge. If you want more HP, you can pick up these 2 as well. Do not pick up these. These 5 are pretty huge. You have Chaos Res, Chaos Damage Taken Dampening, it's very good. You have Physical Dampening, it's also really good. These, you do not pick these up, I will show you better ones later. And you have these, I'm very interested in picking these up right now because I'm very low on Chaos Res, and I'm currently on Void Rift level 9 I think, and there's a lot of Chaos damage right now. Also in maps, I'm mostly dying to Chaos at the moment, so I'm very intrigued to get these 2. But I would not pick them up if I'm mapping early, or early mapping, low tier maps. I'd pick more HP over the Chaos Rest. Debuff, very bad. The only thing I would get here is the stun dodge chance, if possible. Like, in Void Rifts, when you're dueling more than one boss, and there's a lot of stun going or freezes, it could be get too much, and it would be very helpful to have these. I think I would, for only doing Void Rifts and using boss damage gear, I would probably respec and get 3 points here, actually. Or depending on the fight, if they're freezing or whatnot, I would pick these up. These are quite bad, quite bad. Maybe for like a boss fire damage, since it goes through all your resistances, it could be interesting to pick up these maybe. These, quite bad, ignore these. And we have the last one. This is the shielding one. This is an extremely good node. 1% damage taken decrease when you have a shield. It's really good. Dual wielding bad. Two-handed bad. One-handed bad. You have these nodes. They're very good. Like this one is bad. Like you don't really want flat HP, but the ones you're getting over here are huge. In this game, I notice you do not have a high HP regen. Maybe when you have really good gear, but right now it's very poop. That's why I'm going potion effect instead. and you have 75 flat HP, 9% damage, 5% HP, and you have 3% HP amplification plus 12 HP amplification. It's really good. You're getting a high HP pool. It's really nice to have. The rest you should ignore. 9% damage, as I said earlier, it's quite bad, but it has a 3 HP percent node over here that could be interesting to pick up. So let's back 2 points, maybe later on. By the way, if you're low on mana or something, bad mana, you can pick these up. Or even over here, but you should not have to, should not be required. These are decent, not too good. There are better options available for more damage. These are notes I'm talking about earlier when I was talking about elemental damage taken decrease and whatnot. These are better because you had in the earlier tree you had resistance and then you had some elemental damage taken decrease. These are both elemental damage taken decrease. Really good. Right now, why I picked lightning damage is because I've noticed that I'm dying to most likely some archers with elemental damage and fizz damage. They're doing really much damage. I'm not sure if they're scaled properly, but they can one-shot me sometimes in high tier maps. They're doing like a 8k after reduced damage taken and everything. It's very high. But maybe I'll pick up these two later on. These are really good as well. Fizz damage taken dampening. Quite nice actually. Maybe fill out one of each. We'll see. Notice that poison, you don't really take that much poison damage. These ignore. Maybe interesting, pick up these one later with better gear on, with dodge and when you have high dodge and armor. Because some critical strikes from bosses can actually deal a lot of damage. And being crit immune would be very nice actually. But right now I'm quite low on points. Let's skip these. Last one. Abyssal, that bad. Sentry damage, bad. And I think that was the last one, yeah. And over to the specialty. We're going Brilliance, Acceleration. When you're leveling, spec into this one. It's a huge quality of life for the cast speed and movement speed. It's very big. And this is just damage. Elemental Pen, dot amplification, it's a multiplier, really nice. You have the next, you have elemental damage, you have the knowledge, also huge, cast speed, spell damage, 50% damage with the knowledge effect is even more. Really good. You have the dot multiplier. I'm not really sure what dot multiplier is right now. I've noticed that Flamethrower has it built into it, so I'm guessing it increases your damage in some way, but I don't know in which way it increases your damage. You have dot amplification here, it's not the same. If anyone knows what dot multiplier is, I would gladly like to know. If you could comment or something, it would be really helpful. And for the last one, it's the status effect is a dead stat, unfortunately. However, you have the dot multiplier elemental damage. You have the mana regen over here. You're gonna need some because you're running with Mom. Mind over matter for you who knows Mind over matter from Poe. It's 5% over here. It's really good. However, you need quite a lot of mana regen. Well, not quite a lot, but you need some at least because this can get you killed. And what I'm talking about is if you're running into a pack, you're getting stunned, you're going low on HP, your mana pool is probably most likely, if you have cooldown on your mana pot, you're most likely not going to be able to jump out or do any forms of damage. And if you can't kill them, they're going to keep hitting you, you're most likely going to die. So you have to be careful about that. Keep that in mind. And these are huge damage increases. This one especially, 15% amplification. I think that's the whole tree. And for the stats, I'm only filling out the intelligence requirement for my skills, and then I'm dumping rest into strength for the armor percentage and HP. And As you can see, my intelligence is 221. It's just to be able to use my flamethrower. It requires 221. And as you can see, I'm capped on the res. However, in some high tier maps, you have elemental res reduced. Also, your chaos damage. On high tier maps, I'm not fire and cold res right now. Capped. It's quite bad. I have quite high armor. That's because we're using the Seal of Defense. I think it's from Guild Shop. I think so. We're using Flamethrower, 6 link. It doesn't really require a lot. It's level 31 with the rune growth. These are really simple to get. Just do your raid and you'll get them in the bag and you can pick the rune level up. And if you're lucky, you can get one in the middle like I did here somewhere. And you can get 1 level plus on your skill. I'm using it to spell activation while channeling for the Toxic Flame. You will see later on, but my Toxic Flame is not the primarily damage, it's our Flamethrower. I'm mostly using Toxic Flame to tag mobs far away in the map. I'll talk about a bit that later on. We're using the leap attack with disarm to the teleport as well for the skilled rune cooldown recovery speed. I'm not using use count to get 1 extra teleport or leap attack because it increases the duration. I mean the cooldown for your teleport and leap attack. You can use it if you want, but I prefer to use it without. I'm just using a lightning typhoon for the shock. Keep in mind that only lightning damage can shock. If you have another spell that's not lightning and you apply continuous shock, you won't be able to shock. It needs to be lightning damage, and lightning typhoon is really good because you only have to press it once, and it will deal with shock while you can cast flamethrower. Nothing too fancy, just a little bit extra damage on bosses. Nothing too fancy. I'm using dot channeling enhancement. You have the damage taken dampening while channeling as well, is real good. And we have the release element for elemental damage amplification, cast speed, but mostly for the elemental damage amplification. It's huge damage increase. Also with the shout of provocation, you have the 76% damage increase. It's really good for bursting. You have the damage increase as well when you shout, 6% extra. The lingering shout, you have shouting skill rune effect, so it gives a little bit more than 76, and you have the duration as well, so it lasts longer. If you're using a 4-link flamethrower, I would suggest you using dot, channeling enhancement, and area of effect. You will get more damage from these two, from the spell damage increase and fire pen, most likely from the spell damage increase. However, the area of effect is a huge quality of life when you're mapping. It reaches very far away. You can almost off screen sometimes. For boss killing, if you're low on damage somehow, I don't know, you can switch out for the concentrated area of damage instead of the area effect. It's a huge damage increase. It's 15.2 damage amplification at level 16. It's very good. I think it's anything else, like 1 rune level extra for my defensive seal. Resource cost, but I'm not using anything there, not yet. Let's get to the training area. I'll just showcase my mapping damage. So this is what I'm mapping on. Let's switch to 1 target. I messed up a bit earlier with the elemental seal, but it's fine. Like you're only almost 1 million DPS single target. As you can see, the Toxic Flame barely does any damage. I'm only using it for mob tagging. You will see later on in the mapping. And my Flamethrower is basically all my damage. And the Lightning Typhoon is for the shock. Let's go over the gear. We have, to let everyone know, I've bought 3 pieces, well 4 pieces. One I bought the base, this is one I bought the base and crafted it myself. In the belt you want HP percentage and the HP potion cooldown recovery speed. It's really good. As you can see, oops, my HP pot is at 6.9 seconds cooldown. A regular major HP potion has a 10-second cooldown, so it's quite a lot faster. But also with the potion effect on the Zodiac tree, it heals 1900 plus from the Zodiac tree 5% extra, I mean not extra, 5% of my max HP every time my HP pot. It's from, oops sorry, this one over here. Instantly recovers 5% of your max HP upon using an HP pot, so it's quite good. It's like 350, 400 HP every time I HP pot. We have the shield. This one I ID'd. It looks very good, but it's not that great, I've noticed. It is good, don't get me wrong, but the only thing that I'm interested in here is the HP recovery upon blocking, but the best two is the elemental damage taken decrease and the flat HP. Just fill out some res, but I'm gonna change that later on. This one I bought for 80 rubies. In weapon, you don't need any flat damage. I have it here, and you get from the weapon, but you do not benefit that much from flat damage. You benefit the most from dot amplification and damage against enemies affected by dot. Speed increase is just a quality of life. It does not really increase your damage. When you're searching for these or crafting yourself, look for dot amplification and damage against enemies affected by dot. This one, I think it goes for 350, 300 rubies in auction house, but this one I found in map while mapping. I'm only using this for damage. It's almost a 100k DPS increase, but it's quite bad defensively. I'm only using it for the offensive. Well, it's nice to have the chaos res, but I think I would switch it out later on for a rare helmet. You have the shoulders, decent. I did this one. The chest I bought from auction house for, I think this is the most expensive one I've bought. It's 150 rubies. It's a 11% HP and 3% physical damage taken decrease. It's the best stats you're gonna have on the chest. But this is actually quite a good chest. But however, you can get a better one. This is quite a low tier, as you can see. It has quality 16 though, but you can get one with a lot higher armor, which is very nice. The gloves, crafted, they're quite shit. Only using for the flat HP and the chaos rest basically, and fill out the rest of your res. The boots, 71 HP, 157 gear armor. Like, I think you can get lightning damage taken decrease from boots. My boots right now are quite poop. I'm only using it for the HP and chaos rest basically, and some resistance. You want movement speed on your boots. It's very good. I think I'm going to upgrade my boots next. These rings are crafted. I think rings are the most simplest to craft, I think. If anyone's interested, I can make a video to craft these as well. But you're looking for the flat HP and the elemental damage roll. Basically everything else should just be defensive. Like, this is the dead stat for me, it doesn't do anything. 6% stat is, it's okay. Poison res, yeah. The recovery, but the barrier charge recycle recovery speed, it's a dead stat. Flat HP, elemental damage. This is quite a bad roll actually. I'm only using for the high HP right now. Maybe I think I'm looking to change my rings, but you should be able to craft a high HP and a high elemental roll quite easily. Those are providing a lot of damage boost increase. Just fill out some res, crit damage, dead stat for us, mana, nice to have. These I bought on auction, not the rare, but it's in itself, but I bought a base, 27 belt with 107 HP, and I crafted these myself, and I were looking for 10% HP and the potion cooldown recovery speed. The rest is plus. The neck I bought as well. I bought it for 80 rubies. You're looking for the 10% HP, elemental damage, huge damage boost. That's my gear. Let's get to town and get on the map. Oops. I'm sure if my game. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. As you can see, I have quite a high HP pool. 7.4. This is the map I'm going to choose. It's tier 7. Choose with level 5 levels plus chaos statue level 13 plus 6 monster levels. So it should be monster level 88. I have the HP regen damping, doesn't do anything for me. Barrier shorting, nothing for me. Elemental rest, I'm not going to be capped right now. When running this, and chaos rest is going to be down the toilet. Unfortunately, the monster count, nice. Damage amplification, HP amplification. The projectile count, I'm quite scared for actually. Not sure which map this is. Cliff, shouldn't be too bad. Dot rate, not too worried. Status effect damage, not too worried about. And the objective, just to clear the dungeon within 8 minutes. As you can see now, when I'm mapping, I am using to tag mobs like this. He's hurt like hell. But as you can see, it's monster level 87. They hurt a lot. I've not done this map before, I think. This is an extremely dangerous map with the projectile counts. Yeah, it's really dangerous with the projectile counts. Oops, I forgot to summon as well. Nothing too fancy. Like regular mobs barely does anything on me. Just some archers that deals a lot of damage. It's really hard to dodge them as well when they have projectile count increase. But as you can see, I'm not taking that much damage. I took a lot in the early beginning when they summoned the mobs. I'm not sure how they're working right now, but they do a shit ton of damage. I'm almost finished with the dungeon. We're at 2 minutes. You can see my recovery is quite good actually. But it could be better. I'm getting a shit ton of damage. I think the most dangerous thing for this build is because you're not ranged, well you're somewhat ranged, but like archers and that can shoot from long distance is really dangerous for you. You need to kill them ASAP. You need to jump in and just flamethrower them. Burn their ass. Like these archers, see these thingies do a shit ton of damage. I think there's lightning as well, that's why I picked the lightning nodes on the tree. I noticed they are quite dangerous. And right now I'm not really mapping carefully, even though it's a very juiced map. You can summon the boss. You can precast this to get the amplification stacks. Oops. Let's see if I can face tank. Okay, so he deals quite a lot of damage actually, but shouldn't be too bad if you're just dodging regularly. Like most builds would probably get one shot by that, but I feel pretty comfortable. It deals a lot of damage, but I would imagine a lot of other builds will take a lot more damage. But thank you, and I'll see you guys later.